Hi everybody, and welcome back to another Anatomy and Physiology live stream. Hello, welcome in everyone. Hi, my name is Ollie. I go live multiple times a week to teach anatomy and physiology here on TikTok Live. We are doing all of Anatomy and Physiology 1 today for the HESI and TEAS. So we're going to be going over some intro stuff, some chemistry stuff, some cell bio, tissues, the integumentary system, skeletal system, the muscular system, and the nervous system. It is absolutely fantastic to be back with you all. It's our first live stream back for the spring semester. I hope you guys all had a fantastic holiday break. Did you guys get enough rest over break? I'm just setting up some of the comments on my laptop here for when I flip the camera around. These live streams, I normally do practice questions. I have 60 of them. They're all A&P1 based for the HESI and TEAS. I'm going to flip the camera around in a second here once a couple more people join. But if you guys wouldn't mind, if you guys would tap the screen, like the live. The more you guys do like the live, the more that TikTok is going to push this out, and then it's going to get us more people in here. People in here, welcome in, everyone. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. Good to see you guys. Brian, welcome in. Once a couple more people get in here, we will get started with the questions. Hi, Pamela. Good to see you. Good to see you again. How you doing? But welcome in, everybody. Once a couple more people get in here, like I mentioned, we'll go ahead and get started. To help that, if you guys tap on the screen, it likes the live. The more you guys do like the live, the more that TikTok pushes it out. We can help get as many people as possible in here, so we can help as many people as possible for their HESI and TEAS. Good to see you too. Thank you so much. It's good to see you guys. Sweets, Happy New Year, Ollie. When are we having the A&P2? That's going to be tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. We're going to be doing, for HESI and TEAS, every Monday is going to be A&P1. Every Tuesday is going to be A&P2. The rest of the week will be kind of a mix of anatomy and physiology topics. But actually what I did today is I started a bulletin board on my profile. So if you go to my profile, it's something you might have to scroll over some. It'll say like all anatomy and physiology's board. That's where I'm going to be posting the live schedule. Other than that, you'll see when the next live is, but the full live schedule will be there. But there are over 100 of you guys in here now. We'll go ahead and get started here. Just a quick introduction. Hello, my name is Ollie. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. It's nice to see you again. I go live here on TikTok multiple times a week to teach anatomy and physiology here. I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to go ahead and get started with some questions. I've been tutoring anatomy and physiology for 6 years now, but it's so great to be back with you guys. I love doing this. I love being here. I love anatomy and physiology. I love helping you guys pass your exams. So let's flip the camera around and let's go ahead and get started. Thank you guys. We're almost at 1,000 likes on the live already. Alrighty, with number 1. Again, we're doing some HESI and TEAS Anatomy and Physiology 1. What did I say about Anatomy and Physiology 2? We're going to be doing Anatomy and Physiology 2 tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. for the HESI and TEAS. Every single Tuesday is going to be A&P2 for the HESI and TEAS. Every single Monday is A&P1 for the HESI and TEAS. And then the rest of the week is a mix of topics that are relevant to kind of what people are going through in class. So most of this week will be around medical terminology and interactory stuff. Kind of what we're about to go over now. But number 1, which level organization is the simplest among the following here? Just comment A, B, C, or D, whatever you think the answer choice is. For number 1, what do we think? Welcome in, everybody. There's over 400 of you guys in here. We're on number 1. The answer is D. It is the atomic level. Atoms are the smallest units of matter. They're eventually going to make up cells. The cells make up tissues. They make up an organ. Then from an organ, we get an organ system. And then we go to an organism. Alrighty, fantastic. If you got that one right, put a 1 in the chat. Let us know you got that one right. Number 2, which level of organization includes organs working together? Organs working together. You're taking A&P2, that's awesome. Yeah, we'll be doing it tomorrow. We'll be doing it every single Tuesday. And then we'll be doing some more of the beginning of chapters later on in the week as well. If you go to my profile after this live stream and you go to All Anatomy and Physiology's bulletin or board, it'll have the live stream schedule. I'll put the topics in there, and I'll put the days, I'll put the times, and the topics. Number 2. Which level of organization includes organs working together? That is C. That is an organ system. An organ system is where you have multiple organs that work together. An example of that would be your digestive system, your stomach, your intestines. They work together. Alrighty, number 3. Homeostasis is best defined as what? A, B, C, or D for this one? What do we think? Thank you, extra big thing for the roses. Good to see you again. Good to see you again. Thank you for the roses. Thank you guys for the gifts if you guys have given those so far. I appreciate it. We're on number 3 now. Number 3, the answer is B. This is the maintenance of a stable internal environment. That is the textbook definition. That includes all the different things in our body, right? Temperature, pH, glucose, other levels. Basically, diseases, cell division, that's not necessarily that. But what homeostasis makes up here is what we have is called negative and positive feedback mechanisms. But what about number 4? That leads us to the next question. Number 4. Which feedback loop enhances the original stimulus, A, B, C, or D? Again, this is piggybacking off of homeostasis. You don't just need to know the definition. You need to know how it works. How does homeostasis work overall? But anyway, number 4, there's over 600 of you guys in here now. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Ollie. I go live multiple times a week to teach A&P, Anatomy and Physiology, here on TikTok Live for your class and your HESI and TEAS exam. Number 4, the answer is A. It is positive feedback mechanism. Positive amplifies. An example of that, that's childbirth contractions. Negative feedback is where it's going to work in opposition. So sweating. When you work out, your body temperature increases, you sweat, that sweat evaporates and cools your body down. Alrighty, number 5. In anatomical position, the palms are facing where? A, B, C, or D? You must know anatomical position. It is the main way here of describing our body's position and key structures in relation to one another. But welcome in. We have over 2.5 thousand likes already. That's awesome. Number 5, the answer is D. It is anterior. They are facing anterior. They are forward. Palms are forward. Alrighty, moving on to the next page of questions here, everyone. Number 6, the term proximal means what? A, B, C, or D? What do we think? Thank you guys so much for being here. It's so great to be back with you guys. This is our first live stream of the spring semester. I've missed you guys so much. Welcome in if you're new. Welcome back if you've been here before. Number 6, the answer is C. It is closer toward the point of attachment. Mainly used for limbs, right? So the shoulder would be proximal to the elbow because your shoulder is closer to the trunk of your body. Further away from the trunk is distal. Alrighty, number 7. A sagittal plane divides the body into what? A, B, C, or D? You must know the planes of the body. The sagittal plane is one of them. What does it do? It kind of reminds me of, and while you guys are answering, comment A, B, C, or D. Reminds me of a horse. When you sagittal kind of sounds like saddle. When you sit on a horse, it divides the body into left and right halves. Superior and inferior is the transverse. Anterior and posterior is frontal. All right, if you got that one right, put a 1 in the chat. Number 8. Which cavity contains the lungs? A, B, C, or D? What do we think for this one? Also, stick around at the end for questions as well. We have 60 questions for you all today. Number 8, the answer is D. It is thoracic. The lungs sit in the thoracic cavity. The abdominal has your digestive organs. Your pelvic has your bladder. Your reproductive. Cranial has your brain. If you got that one right, put a 1 in the chat. Number 9, the smallest unit of an element is A or N. A, B, C, or D. For number 9, what do we think? Fantastic, seeing a lot of C's. That is right. We have an atom. Atoms define elements. Molecules or compounds would be multiple atoms. Ions is a charged atom, not the basic unit of one. If you got that one right, put a 1 in the chat. Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year, kids. Good to see you again. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great break. Number 10, a substance made of 2 or more different elements chemically bonded is a what? So if we have 2 or more, again, keyword here, 2 or more, what is that going to be? A, B, C, or D? Fantastic. This is going to be compound. So if it's a compound with a chemical bonding of 2 or more, it is a compound. Element is one type. A mixture or a solution is not chemically bonded. Number 11. Which bond involves the sharing of electrons? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D. I'll give you guys a good way to remember this as well. But if you're new here, welcome. We're going over Anatomy and Physiology 1 content for the HESI or TEAS today. We'll be doing A&P2 tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Again, it's on my bulletin board on my profile. You can see all the different times and topics. Number 11, the answer is C. It is covalent. When you think of share, you share ideas, right? You cooperate with people, right? So sharing of electrons is cooperating, so you covalent. Ionic, give me your electrons. This is the transferring of electrons. Polar, a lot of people forget what polar and nonpolar. Polar describes unequal sharing of electrons. Number 12. Hydrogen bonds are important for what? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D for number 12. What do we think for this one? A, B, C, or D? Hydrogen bonds are important for... The answer is B, holding water molecules together. Hydrogen bonds create what is called cohesion in water. If you got that one right, put a 1 in the chat. Number 13, water's ability to absorb heat without a large temperature change is called what? A, B, C, or D? Welcome in. There's over 500 of you guys in here. Welcome in. My name's Ollie. I go live multiple times a week to teach anatomy and physiology here on TikTok Live. Every Monday and Tuesday, we go over A&P for the HESI and the TEAS. And the rest of the week is kind of a mix of what you guys are requesting or what you guys are going over in class. Number 13, the answer is D. It is the high heat capacity. This stabilizes the body temperature. Remember that cohesion and adhesion, that's more for water sticking. Solubility is its ability to dissolve things. Do I have replays of these? Yes, I do. They are on YT. Number 14, a solution with a pH of 2 is considered what? A, B, C, or D? Do I have an IG? Yes. If you guys want, I can send you those. It's in the bottom left corner there. It's called Service Plus. That is the best way to contact me. It's the orange button in the bottom left corner there. You should be able to send me a message with that. I offer tutoring. I have notes. I have practice tests. I have a practice test library. I have where you can get the replays, things like that. But anyway, number 14, a solution with a pH of 2 is considered acidic. Remember, our pH scale goes from 0 to 14. It gets more acidic as you get closer to 0. It gets more basic as you get closer to 14, with 7 being neutral. All right, so it'd be a strong acid. Number 15, electrolytes are important because of what reason? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? What do we think for this one? How often do these live streams? I'm going to be doing them every day. They're going to be around, they're probably going to be at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time every day. I just started a bulletin on my profile. So you go to my profile, it'll say All Anatomy and Physiology's board. I'm going to start posting the time, the day, and the topic. I'll probably have polls in there as well for you guys to pick topics. Number 15, the answer is A. They carry electrical charges that are needed for nerve and muscle functions. Basically, you have ions like sodium, potassium. They're going to enable your action potentials. Number 16, which macromolecule is the body's primary energy source? So whenever you get into this, you'll get to learn into the 4 macromolecules, right? Which are here. You have your lipids, your proteins, your nucleic acids, and your carbohydrates. Whenever I was in biology, we had a group. There was 4 of us, and when we had biology projects, we called ourselves the Big 4. We were, lipid, protein, nucleic acid, and carbohydrate. But number 16, the answer is D. Carbohydrates are your primary energy source. Glucose is our main fuel. It's more for short term. Lipid is more long-term energy. This is what gets stored as fat. Proteins are mostly for structure and function, like enzymes and whatnot. Protein for energy are usually only used in starvation scenarios, most likely. And nucleic acids, we know those are for genetic information. Number 17, enzymes are classified as what? I kind of accidentally said. I do that sometimes. I like to yap. I like to explain things to you. But sometimes I give away the answer. Hopefully you were paying attention. But this one is C. It is proteins. Enzymes are classified as a protein. Again, enzymes are catalysts. They are going to speed up reactions by lowering the activation energy. And then you also may need to know the cell theory for the HESI or TEAS. The cell theory states that what? A, B, C, or D? What are the following here? A, B, C, or D? What do we think for this one? Fantastic. This one is also C. All living things are made of cells. All living things are made of cells. That is one of the core principles. Number 19, which cell type is going to lack a nucleus? Is that A, B, C, or D? What are we studying today? We are going over Anatomy and Physiology 1 content for the HESI or TEAS exam. It's an entrance exam mainly for nursing students, but also for some other students as well. We do that every Monday and Tuesday. We're doing A&P2 tomorrow. The rest of the week is A&P topics. They're a little more in depth. Number 19, the answer is B. It is prokaryotic. Prokaryotes do not have a nucleus. Number 20. The phospholipid bilayer is a component of the what? A, B, C, or D? You take yours on Thursday. Good luck. If we get some good lucks in the chat, that's awesome. Is anyone else in here taking the HESI or TEAS soon? We do it every single Monday and Tuesday. So I love anatomy and physiology. So I want to help you all pass your exams. I want to help you pass your course. Everything like that. But thank you guys so much for being here. There's over 700 of you beautiful people in here. Welcome in. My name is Ollie. I go live multiple times a week to teach anatomy and physiology here on TikTok Live. Most enzymes are proteins. Typically what you need to know for the HESI or TEAS, or just normally your anatomy and physiology bio class, is that they are proteins. There's an exception where you have what's called ribozymes, which those are RNA molecules. But again, you don't really learn about those in these classes and exams. But number 20, the phospholipid bilayer is part of the cell membrane. It's part of the cell membrane. This is what's going to form the membrane structure. It helps keeps things out. It helps keeps things in. Some of you are just here for fun. That's awesome. I'm so glad. There's over 800 of you guys in here now. Welcome in, everyone. We're moving on to number 21. Which organelle produces ATP? I'm honestly pretty sure that if you knew absolutely nothing about biology, you probably do know this one thing. It is a little bit of my pet peeve what people say, but it's true. It's just what people know for it. But also, I will be here at the end of the live stream, at the end of the 60 questions for some questions as well. But number 21, the answer is A. It is the mitochondria. The mitochondrion. Again, this is the site of cellular respiration. Most of you will probably know it as the wonderful, beautiful powerhouse of the cell. Everyone loves calling it that. Number 22. Ribosomes are responsible for what? A, B, C, or D? Welcome in, everybody. If you're new here, we're going over Anatomy and Physiology 1 content for the HESI or TEAS exam. We're doing A&P2 tomorrow. The rest of the week, we'll be going into a little bit more depth for your A&P. We'll go into more specific chapters. But for today, we're on number 22. The answer is C. This is protein synthesis. If you got that one right, put a 1 in the chat. Let us know you got it right. With a 1 in the chat, they are responsible for protein synthesis. They're going to assemble our amino acids. Number 23, movement of particles from a high to a low concentration without energy is what? So again, high to low, and it has without energy. What is that going to be? A, B, C, or D? What do we think for this one? Yes, they go up on YT. It's basically going to be the same thing as my username here on TikTok. If you want me to send you guys anything, how to get to the replays, I have notes, I have practice tests, I have private tutoring. It's in the bottom left corner there. It's called Service Plus. It's the best way to get in contact with me outside of these live streams. Number 23, the answer is B. It is diffusion. So again, we're talking about the movement of particles. And again, we're moving from a high to low concentration, so we don't need energy. So it's a passive movement. Diffusion is passive. It's moving down the concentration gradient. Active transport, you need energy, so you need ATP. Osmosis is water. Endocytosis has to do with vesicles. Hi, Ollie. Happy New Year. Happy New Year always, Kiki. Thank you so much for being here again. Good to see you. I hope you had a good holiday. And again, we're talking about particles, not water. If we're talking about water, that'd be osmosis. Number 24, osmosis is the movement of, again, I kind of gave that away, so it's water. Osmosis is the movement of water. Number 25, which process requires ATP? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D for this one. We're at 6.4 thousand likes in the live. Thank you guys so much for all the likes. I really appreciate it. The more you guys do like and share the live, the more that TikTok pushes us out. So we can have as many people as possible in A&P and on the HESI and TEAS. But number 25, the answer is D. It's active transport, just like I mentioned. Active, you need energy, so you need ATP. ATP is the cell's energy. Thank you so much, Ange, for the rose. I really appreciate it. Number 26, endocytosis involves what? A, B, C, or D? We have endocytosis, and then we also have what is called exocytosis. Endocytosis involves, this is B. This is the cell membrane engulfing the material. Exocytosis is where it is pushed out. So again, think of EX for exit. It's going to exit. Endo is within, so it's getting absorbed. It's engulfing the material there. Number 27, mitosis results in what? A, B, C, or D? Mitosis results in what? A, B, C, or D for this one? What do we think? Also, if you're new, welcome in. We're going to be on live pretty much every single day around 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. My bulletin on my profile will have the exact days, times, and topics for you all, and I'll probably be posting. We'll probably be posting polls on there for you guys to pick as well. The answer is B. It is two identical diploid cells. Again, mitoses are mostly going to be our body cells. Meiosis is our sex cells, so this is more for growth and repair. Number 28, which tissue covers body surfaces and lines cavities? We're getting into some tissues and histology now. Number 28, what tissue covers body surfaces and lines cavities? The answer is D. It's epithelial tissue. So lining surfaces and cavities, right? We have, let me give you some examples. We have the skin. We have lining organs, mainly for protection as well. But the other ones, connective, muscle, and nervous, are the types of tissues. There are primary types. But what about number 29? Blood is classified as what type of tissue? A, B, C, or D? There's also over 800 of you guys. Welcome in. It's nice to meet you guys. If you're new, welcome in. Put a 2 in the chat if it's your first time here. I'd love to say hello. My name's Ollie. I go live almost every single day covering anatomy and physiology. I just got accepted into my nursing program. Congrats. If we get some congrats. You got 92 in the TEAS. That's awesome. Let's get some congrats in the chat. Number 29, the answer is C. It's actually a connective tissue. Essentially, the reason that is because blood essentially, it connects body systems and it transports substances and nutrients. So it connects the body in a way by connecting those nutrients. Thank you everybody for putting congratulations in the chat. That's awesome. We like to create an uplifting community here on the live streams as well. So thank you guys. And thank you for sharing as well. Number 30, what tissue contracts to produce movement? A, B, C, or D? 17-year RN here. Love to keep your memory up. That's awesome. Welcome in. It's so good to see you. Awesome. Late to class? Oh no, we'll be doing more live streams, and then there will be replays as well. Number 30. The answer is D. It is muscle. Muscle contracts. The purpose of a contraction is to produce movement. Number 31. Nervous tissue functions to do what? I thought you said 4:30. It's 4:30. It was 4:30 for me, so it was Eastern time. Where can you watch the replays? They're on YT. In the bottom left corner there, I can send you the link. It's the orange arrow button, the Service Plus button. But it's on YT. I can't tell you, otherwise it gets like shadow banned or whatever. See, sorry if I didn't clarify, but I'll be putting Eastern time. They'll all be Eastern time. Number 31, nervous tissue functions to do what? The answer is C. It's going to transmit electrical signals. Nervous system specializes in communication, and that communication occurs via those electrical impulses or signals. If you got that one right, put a 1 in the chat. We're at 10K likes as well. Number 32, tissue repair involves what? A, B, C, or D? Tissue repair involves what? A, B, C, or D? Awesome, fantastic, seeing some ones. Thank you guys so much for sharing the live as well. You guys are fantastic. The answer is going to be regeneration and fibrosis. So healing occurs when you replace cells. So that's regeneration. And fibrosis, I'm referring to any sort of scar formation. Now, necrosis is cell death that is more unintentional, right? This might be due to injury or a pathology or disease. Apoptosis is programmed cell death. Most of the time, this is a good thing. Sometimes it can get you can have uncontrolled apoptosis, where you have uncontrolled cell death. But again, cells have to die off. Again, that's kind of just their natural cycle. Number 33, the outermost layer of the skin is called what? A, B, C, or D? You have 3 main layers. We'll go over all 3 of them as well. What iPad am I using? This is an older one. I actually just got a new one. Hopefully we'll be using that one soon. But this is the 2nd generation. It was whatever was new in 2019. It's a 12.9-inch iPad. I absolutely love it. I totally recommend it. Should you take Bio 2 before A&P? Took Bio 1. Send me a DM. Let me see if I can help you at the end, or stick around to the end of the live stream. I can help answer that question. It kind of depends. Number 33, the answer is C. It is the epidermis. So again, let's go over these real quick. We have the epidermis, the dermis, and the hypodermis. And again, this is the order from superficial to deep. Epi, the medical terminology, means above. So this means above the dermis. Hypo means below. This is below the dermis. All right, if you got that one right, put a 1 in the chat. If my explanation also helped you as well, put a 1 in the chat. Number 34, which gland produces sweat for cooling? Which gland produces sweat for cooling? A, B, C, or D? By eating delicious hamburgers. That's awesome. That's actually a really good way to remember. That's the first time I've heard of it. Kara, thank you so much. Eating delicious hamburgers. That is a fantastic way to remember. Number 34. I always learn new things from you guys, too. The answer is B, sudoriferous. So these are our sweat glands. Sebaceous is for oil. Mammary glands is for milk. Endocrine glands are for hormones. And then, again, those are not ducts, so this is into your blood. If it was exocrine, it would be into a duct. Number 35, skin helps regulate body temperature by doing what? A, B, C, or D? You got it? That's awesome. That's awesome. So what we're going over today, I know some people are asking about medical school entrance exams. So some of these topics, yes. Again, these type of questions, not these type of questions, but these topics, yes, potentially. What we're doing today is we are doing Anatomy and Physiology 1 for the HESI and TEAS today. We're doing A&P2 for the HESI and TEAS tomorrow. The rest of the week we'll go a little more in depth. That'll be more detailed questions. These are a little more. I try to make these ones a little more straightforward, just to test to see where you guys are struggling. And then the rest of the week I'll make new questions a little more in depth on what people struggled with the most. Number 35. The answer is B, to sweating and blood vessel dilation. So when your sweat evaporates, it cools your body down, and then vasodilation releases heat. All right, if you got that one right, put a 1 in the chat. Number 36, acne is caused by what? A, B, C, or D? How long will the live be? My live streams are normally an hour long. Sometimes they're 2 hours, but for the most part, they're normally 1 hour. I went to YouTube, so it's the same as my TikTok name. Taking A&P next semester. Good luck next semester. Good for nursing students. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you. Exactly. It's good to see you again. Number 36. The answer is B. We have blocked sebaceous glands. So excess sebum and bacteria will clog your pores. Number 37. Burns are classified based on what? A, B, C, or D? Burns are classified based on what? So we have a first, a second, and a third degree burn. What does that depend on? The answer is B. It is the depth of tissue damage. It's the depth of the tissue damage. So first degree, not as far in, right? So our epidermis. Second degree will be epidermis and a little bit into the dermis, and then third degree will be all the way through. Sebaceous gland is an oil gland. So your sebum. Number 38, which bone classification includes the femur? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? We're going over Anatomy and Physiology 1 for the HESI or TEAS. So these questions are for the HESI or TEAS A&P1 chapters. Tomorrow we'll be going over A&P2. I split it up just to make sure that these questions are relevant to people who are in an A&P1 course, an A&P2 course, etc. The answer is D. You need to know your bone classifications for A&P. Long bones are an example of that is the femur. They're more long, they cylinder, and they have a shaft. A flat bone is in kind of the name, right? So your skull bones are flat. A short bone, those are your carpal bones, so your wrist bones. An irregular bone would be like your vertebrae. They're very oddly shaped. Alrighty. Number 39, bone formation is called what? A, B, C, or D? When you form bone, what is that called? We are forming bone. Among the following here, of course, A, B, C, or D. I can't believe there's still over 800 of you guys in here. Welcome in. My name's Ollie. If you're new here, welcome. I go live multiple times a week to teach anatomy and physiology here on TikTok Live. I do anatomy and physiology for all levels. Mondays and Tuesdays are HESI and TEAS levels, and then the rest of the week we'll go in more. So we might do some medical student level. Might do some other stuff as well. Undergrad course as well. Number 39, the answer is ossification. So you have intramembranous, and then you have endochondral. Did I make these questions myself? Yes, I did make these questions myself. Yes. You're taking it tomorrow. That's awesome. Good luck. You got this. If we get some good lucks in the chat, I'm going to check the comments here in just a second. I'm going to read the next question. Osteoclasts function to do what? We're going to cover what osteoclasts do. There's another one called, we'll cover the difference here in a second. So answer this question, and then we'll go over this. You're taking it tomorrow. Good luck, Alex. You got this. Questions are amazing. Thank you, Mina. I really appreciate it. Alrighty. Fantastic. Osteoclast. Now, pay attention because a lot of students get this super confused all the time. So we have osteoclast, and then we also have osteoblast. Osteo means bone. Clast means to break down. So the answer is B. It's breakdown bone. The way that I remember this is C has chew. When you chew food, you break it down. I know some people say cleave, chip away, whatever works for you. Blast is build. So you build up new bone. Osteoblast, build bone. Osteoclast, break down bone. The other word for this is resorb. So what it means to break down bone. So if we have let's say this is a blood vessel and this is a bone. So osteoclasts break down bone, meaning they take calcium from bone and they put it into the bloodstream. Osteoblasts are building bones. They're taking calcium from the bloodstream and they're putting it into bone. So hopefully that helps. Again, we'll be going over more osteoclast stuff when we get into the skeletal system. That's a quick little distinction between the both of them. Hopefully that helped. If that helped, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know if it helped. Number 41. Calcium levels are regulated primarily by what? A, B, C, or D? How long have I been live? About a half hour. Anyway, so again, calcium levels are primarily regulated by a hormone. And it's 2 hormones, but I'll go over the second one here in just a second. But again, we have osteoclast and osteoblast activity, meaning that this hormone is going to regulate the activity of the osteoclasts and osteoblasts. It is parathyroid hormone. Parathyroid hormone is going to raise blood calcium levels, meaning that it is going to stimulate osteoclast activity because to get calcium into the blood, you have to break down the bone. The other one is calcitonin. That is going to decrease calcium in the blood. Insulin is for glucose. Thyroxine is for metabolism. Melatonin is for sleep. Alrighty. If this is helping so far, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know if this is helping so far. But number 42, the skull is part of what? A, B, C, or D? What do we think for this one? Number 42. Fantastic. It is B. It is the axial skeleton. It is the axial skeleton. That's fantastic. The axial skeleton is your skull, your vertebral column, your rib cage, your sternum. The appendicular skeleton has to do with your limbs and girdles. All right. Number 43, we have some joint questions here. Synovial joints are what? In terms of their movement, what are they? What can they do? A, B, C, or D? I'm going to take a sip of my water now. Just like pause while I take a sip of my water. Number 43, the answer is C. They are freely movable. So like your knee and your shoulder. Immovable ones are like your sutures. Slightly movable are cartilaginous. And then fibrous, again, these are your, not there. Number 44, we have a condition that relates to our skeletal system called osteoporosis. It is characterized by what? So the way to help you remember this, osis is a condition. Osteo means bone, so it's a bone condition. Por means porous. So it is a bone condition in which the bone is porous. So if your bone is very porous throughout, it's very fragile, this gives us a decreased bone density. So osteoporosis is when your bone density is decreased because the bone itself is more porous. There's a lot more pores in it. And you've lost its density, making it fragile. If you got that one right, put a 1 in the chat. Number 45, which muscle type is involuntary and striated? A, B, C, or D for this one? What do we think? What do we think? A, B, C, or D? Fantastic. It is cardiac. Involuntary, meaning that you do not have conscious control over it. Striated means it has striations. It helps with a little bit of its rhythmacy. Smooth is involuntary, but it is non-striated. Skeletal is voluntary. Fantastic, everybody. Number 46, the functional unit of a muscle contraction is the what? And again, this is the functional, this is the functional unit. A functional unit is the smallest, but the largest structure required to perform basically the function of what it is. So a muscle in contraction. So again, the smallest, but the largest. Moving on to the next page. The answer is a sarcomere. So let's think about this. Myofibrils contain sarcomeres. So again, these contain multiple sarcomeres. Actin and myosin are components of sarcomeres. So again, the smallest but the largest structure needed to perform the action of contraction. Number 47, the sliding filament theory states that what? A, B, C, or D? What do we think for this one? A, B, C, or D? What do we think? A, B, C, or D? We're also almost at 20,000 likes on the live stream. That is fantastic. So intercalated discs, those ones, if you're talking about the discs, they're called intercalated discs. Those are, again, that's in cardiac. Those are in the cardiac muscle. They're basically meant for adhesion of cardiac muscle cells, and they create gap junctions. Basically, they allow for that electrical communication that help the heart beat as one unit, while the striations, like I mentioned, those are more from repeating sarcomeres. In a sense, they create rhythm, but the intercalated discs essentially allow it to beat as one, in a sense. Hopefully that helped. Let me know. If that made sense to you guys, put a 1 in the chat. But number 47, sliding filament theory. We talked about that actin and myosin being a part of the sarcomere. Again, the answer is C. Actin and myosin slide past one another. That shortens the sarcomere. So this is going to cause it to shorten. Myosin binds to actin and pulls it towards the center of the sarcomere. Number 48, muscle fatigue occurs due to what? A, B, C, or D? There's more, but just among the following here, there's obviously some more. A, B, C, or D for this one. What do we think? We're at 20K likes. Let's go, guys. That is insane. Thank you all so much. Thank you for all the follows as well. I'll be going live multiple times a week to teach A&P here on TikTok. So ATP depletion, there's also lactic acid buildup as well. But anyway, so we talked about in the sliding filament theory, actin binding, so myosin binds to actin. ATP is what attaches myosin to actin and also detaches it. So if you deplete that ATP, no cross bridging. So therefore, myosin can't bind or detach from actin. Number 49, the basic functional unit of the nervous system is the what? A, B, C, or D? What do we think? What do we think for this one? We're almost nearing the end of the live stream as well. We have 60 questions. I'll be sticking around to answer a couple of your guys' questions too. But it's fantastic to be back with you all. I've missed you all so much. The answer is A, it's a neuron. A neuron transmits the signals. We have the dendrite, the soma, the axon, the myelin sheath. Neuroglia support neurons. So again, they are going to support it. A synapse is the junction between the neurons. Ganglion is a cluster of neurons. Number 50, the central nervous, again, CNS. I'm sure I probably should have put it, but this is central nervous system. Central nervous system. What does it include? A, B, C, or D? Fantastic. The answer is B. It is the brain and the spinal cord. The peripheral nervous system, the PNS, is all the nerves outside of that. Number 51, the cerebellum is responsible for what? A, B, C, or D? What do we think for this one? A, B, C, or D? The answer is C. That is fantastic, everybody. If you got that one right, put a 1 in the chat. Number 51, the answer is C, balance and coordination, fine-tuning our movement. Again, for a memory, mainly cerebrum, breathing is brainstem, vision is the occipital lobe. Number 52, the nervous system prepares the body for what? The answer is D. It is fight or flight. Fight or flight. We also have the parasympathetic nervous system. This is your rest and digest. Rest and digest. I always thought of para, so parar in Spanish means to stop, or a parachute slows you down from falling. In a sense, parasympathetic slows your body down for rest and digesting. And then sympathetic is fight or flight. If you got that one right and that made sense and helped a little bit, put a 1 in the chat. Number 53, a reflex arc bypasses the brain to do what? Do what? A, B, C, or D? C, produce a faster response. Exactly. Fantastic. Again, so our reflex arc, we don't have to go to the brain. We just have to go to the spinal cord. So that allows for the signal to be a lot faster. Moving on to some of the special senses here. Number 54, the retina contains what? A, B, C, or D? For number 54, what do we think? Number 54, what do we think? The answer is C. It's rods and cones. Basically, these are photoreceptors for your vision. Ossicles, these are in your ear. Hair cells would be on like your inner ear as well, or all over your body, depending on what you're talking about. But taste buds, again, these are on your tongue. Number 55, in terms of rods and cones, what are rods responsible for? So again, they're photoreceptors. But what about rods? What are they responsible for? A, B, C, or D for number 55? 55 is B. This is vision in low light. Rods detect dim light and motion. Color and sharp vision are cones. So color, sharp vision are cones. All right. If you got that one right, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Number 56, the cochlea is involved in what? A, B, C, or D? What do we think for this one? A, B, C, or D? What do we think for this one? Number 56, the answer is C. Whenever you go into the cranial nerves, you have your vestibulocochlear nerve, balance, and hearing. So this converts sound waves to nerve signals. So if this was, this is your vestibule. Number 57, these semicircular canals function in what? A, B, C, or D? This is more broad, and I'll tell you what the specific one is. These semicircular canals. This is A. It is balance, but particularly it is your rotational balance and movement. Alrighty, number 58, taste receptors are primarily located on the what? This one should be pretty self-explanatory. C, on the tongue, fantastic. This is where your taste buds are concentrated. What about pain receptors? What are these called? Pain receptors are called what? A, B, C, or D? I'll put a blank page here just so I can... The answer is D. It's nociceptors. These are specialized for pain detection. Mechanoreceptors, this is touch. Thermo is temperature. Chemoreceptors are for chemicals. Alrighty. Number 60, temperature receptors are classified as what? I accidentally just gave that one away. But 60 is B. It's thermoreceptors. Photoreceptors are for light. Baroreceptors are for pressure. And proprioceptors are for body position. So when you close your eyes, and I hold my hand out, and I'm hovering it, and I close my eyes, I know where my hand is. That is because of proprioceptors. Alrighty, everybody. That is the end of the live stream. I'm going to answer some questions. I'm going to flip the camera around and say hello to you guys. You guys can see my face. Say hello. Real quick here. I just want to tell you guys what's going on for the rest of the week. We're going to be live every single day this week at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow we're going over A&P2. You just came across it? No. If you guys just got here, we'll be live every single day this week. I have replays on YT. I can't say it anymore because you get in trouble. But it's on here. Replays. I'm not allowed to say it, but they're on here. But here's how you can connect with me. I'm putting this down here. I have anatomy and physiology notes. I have practice tests. I have private tutoring. I have the replays. If you have any questions about that at all, please send me a DM. I'm happy to get in contact with you. But it'll be 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. What is the difference between A&P1 and A&P2? Yes, actually Saturday and Sunday this week as well. Yes. Also, so let me explain. So on my profile, it'll say like when my next live event is scheduled. I just started this today. I'm kind of new to it. But it's called Bulletin Board. It's on TikTok. It's the Bulletin Boards. If you go to my profile, it'll say like all anatomy and physiology's board. I'm going to be posting basically the day, the time, and the topic in there. That way you guys can just go to my profile, click on it, and see when I'm going to go live and stuff, things like that. So just join there. But yeah, and then I'll flip the camera around and say some extra stuff. But again, any questions, Service Plus in the bottom left corner there anytime. It'll be down there. You can send me any messages about my notes that I have for purchase, the practice test library that I have that you can join. You get basically the practice test library is the same tests I do here on live. It's the blank versions. It has the answer key at the end. You can print them out and practice and do them on your own. I think that's it, guys. But again, tomorrow, all week, we'll be doing A&P2 tomorrow. And then tomorrow, I'm going to release the schedule for the rest of the week in terms of topics. So 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, all week, even this weekend, all the way through Sunday. Let me flip the camera around, and I'm going to say hello to you all. I got to flip it around. Oops. Hi, everybody. I'm Ollie. Hi, everyone. I'm here to answer your guys' questions here for a little bit, and then I will get going. But hello, my name's Ollie. This is my face. Hello. It's nice to see you all. The play button box thing. I can't say the actual thing. It is going to be the same as my YouTube name, or the same as my TikTok name. I accidentally said it. My goodness. It's Ollie Anatomy and Physiology. You'll see my face on there. Hi, Mama D. Hi. I'll say hello to you guys' names. I have my comments here on my laptop. So if I'm looking down here, I'm looking at the comments. What about medical terminology? We'll be doing medical terminology this week. Yes. Bro, I thought you were like 35. You're 10 years off. I just turned 25. But I have a master's degree in molecular medicine. I got my master's degree last year in November, so 2024. I went to William & Mary. But it's good to meet you all. So I've been tutoring anatomy and physiology for 6 years now. I absolutely love it. I love helping you guys. I got an A in the class. I got 100% of my final exams in both grad school and undergrad. I'm here to try to help you guys do the same. So thank you guys. I appreciate. Sometimes I feel old. Can you explain thalamus hormone in relation to pituitary gland? We'll probably go over that tomorrow. I love the shirt. Oh, yeah, I got it for Christmas. I figure I'm gonna try to wear these in my videos. 20 years older, my goodness. So there was a question on what is the difference between A&P1 and A&P2. So for the most part, so please invite us tomorrow. So in terms of me inviting you to the live stream, how you do, I can't like invite you guys to the live stream, but what you do is you go to my profile and there's a bell and you hit that bell and you can get notifications turned on for me when I go live, or when I post videos and stuff like that, but the live streams will send you a notification. But with A&P1 and A&P2, some schools do anatomy and then they do physiology. I don't like that. Structure is relative to function, so that's my pet peeve there. But anatomy and physiology 1 is kind of the more intro stuff. So you have intro, so your anatomical references and things like that. Chemistry for A&P, biology for A&P. Then you get into histology and tissues. You get into the skeletal system, joints, the skin, muscles, and then sometimes you do the nervous system in A&P1. Sometimes it ends up being in anatomy and physiology 2. But that goes into more system stuff. So cardiovascular system, endocrine system, lymphatic system, respiratory system, digestive system, and the reproductive systems. In my opinion, I think anatomy and physiology 1 is a lot more memorization based. Anatomy and physiology 2 is a lot more understanding based. So I like your shirt. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You're currently learning the endocrine system right now. We'll be doing some endocrine system stuff tomorrow as well. Are the same thing. A lot to learn makes me scared. He's a young 25 with the mind of a wise 50. I appreciate you guys. You seem so young. I appreciate you guys. It means a lot. That means the world to me. You guys are so nice. Thank you guys. You guys, sometimes you guys make me almost cry. It's just so sweet. Endocrine system. Yeah, we'll be doing endocrine system tomorrow. I believe is there anybody in here that's currently in anatomy and physiology 2? Like, what are you on right now? Because I know a lot of people who are starting anatomy and physiology 1, you're going to be on the intro stuff. So we're going to be doing intro, A&P stuff, medical terminology, and things like that. But anatomy and physiology 2, everyone kind of starts in different places. Sometimes some people didn't get to do an A&P1, so they're on the nervous system. Some people are on the endocrine system to start. Some people start with cardiovascular. I started with cardiovascular, but it would be helpful to know. So I'll try to incorporate each of those. So endocrine, nervous system, and cardiovascular system this week. And there's going to be intro stuff, and there's going to be some medical terminology. You started with endocrine system. Okay, so it seems like somebody else did as well. I'm not on enough caffeine to keep up. Honestly, I've always had a saying that behind every successful student is a substantial amount of caffeine. You're ending my A&P1 week on the endocrine system right now. Oh my goodness, okay. Just preparing for the TEAS in March. Went through A&P1, not required to do A&P2 yet. Okay. So am I saying it's better to take anatomy and physiology 1 and 2 versus anatomy and physiology individually? I think so, yes. Because function is always basically relates to its structure. So the structure is going to determine the function. And I think it makes a lot more sense when you have to learn the structure and then you kind of learn where it is and what it does and how it relates to the function overall, such as like the heart, for example. If you are trying to learn, like, for example, if you take anatomy first and you learn all these structures and then you move on and then in like a year later you're taking physiology and you're trying to learn blood flow to the heart, in a sense you kind of almost have to relearn the structures again, in a sense. So I don't know. I don't prefer it. Some people do. Obviously schools teach it like that for a reason. I don't personally like it, but you forget things so easily and hard for me to focus. So in terms of forgetting, you have to combat the forgetting curve. So the reason why you might be forgetting things is because schools want to milk it. That's hilarious. Yeah. The reason you might be forgetting things is because you are just when you study, you're looking at the answer. So when you're reading your textbook or you're reading your notes, you're looking at the answer essentially. And when you take a test, you're not going to be asked, do you recognize this? You're going to be asked, do you remember this? So for example, if you're forgetting things, the best thing to do is to look at this, right? So the last question here for number 60 was temperature receptors are classified as thermoreceptors. When I look at that on my sheet, I'm recognizing it. When I turn my head away from my notes and I say out loud, thermoreceptors are for detecting temperature, that is me remembering it. So if I'm looking at the answer, I'm not studying, I'm recognizing. If I'm looking away and I'm answering or trying to remember, that is studying. I don't know if I hope that helps, but that's always been my philosophy with studying. I do have to get going here soon. Is there any other like quick questions? I know I didn't get to everybody's questions. Bottom left corner there, I'll put it up here as well. This is how you can get in contact with me. I offer tutoring. I have notes. I have the practice tests. Do I like Quizlet? I'm not a big flashcard person, to be honest. I think flashcards create response bias, which is where you kind of just get used to answering the question based on what you see on a card. Thank you so much for your time, ideas, thoughts. Definitely taking all. Thank you, Rain. Thank you, Rosalie. It's good to see. I really appreciate you guys being here. Seriously, I love you guys. I love doing this. Micro creators. Yeah, we need to get on some microbiology, don't we? I've been getting microbiology requests for quite some time now. Everyone always asks, but no one ever sends me like topics to do because microbiology is kind of a very broad thing. I'm mainly anatomy and physiology, but I've taken microbio, I've taken pharm, biology, chemistry, and things like that. So I am happy to do them. The live streams are mainly A&P. I might do more live streams in another fashion, but we'll try to see. But send me some DMs or my email is in my TikTok bio. If you send me if you email me or DM me some micro stuff or topics and things, I will. If I have time, I'll get around to making some content on that because. Kiz was right. There aren't really many microbiology creators out there because I wasn't making microbiology content and I was like, you know what, maybe I'll do some, maybe I'll watch some people and see if I can find anybody. And I really couldn't. When exactly do I go live for anatomy? Pretty much 4:30 p.m. Eastern time is when I go live. Then tomorrow's going to be A&P2 for the HESI and TEAS. Then on my bulletin on my profile, you go to my profile, it's my bulletin. I will start putting the days, the times, and the topics. Also, you can do polls in there, so I might do some polls in terms of topics. So, I'm from the US. I use ChatGPT for your lecture sets. It's awesome. I do have to get going. Any other quick questions? But seriously, I just want to say thank you all so much. It's so great to be back. I missed you guys. It was so nice to meet you all. Is there anyone it's your first time here? Bro, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Is it anybody's first time here? I remember Kiz, you've been here before. It's good to see you again. Is there anybody? Can I focus on chemistry one day? Yeah, we can do some chemistry one day. We normally do chemistry every single Monday. We do some basic chemistry questions. In terms of like the equations, I don't really do that here. I just don't like doing it, honestly. Let me say hello to you guys. Rosalie, you welcome in. Shmandy, welcome. It's nice to meet you. I'll catch that other system. Oh, stream, you can't mention. Yeah. Yeah, it's the replays. I just can't say the term. It like shadow bans you now, so I can't say it. I can't even say like. There's a lot of things I've learned that you can't even say anymore. So, if you have questions about where the replay is, where you can get things, DM me or email me. Salfa, welcome. DG San One, welcome. Ikasi, welcome. McCarty, welcome. Sweetie, welcome. Bean Coder, you're here for the first time. Welcome. Mika, welcome. Favorite, welcome in, guys. It's so nice to meet you guys. My comments are tripping out. Star, first time. Yolanda, my first time here. Thank you for the time. Thank you for your time being here. I appreciate it. Can I switch the time? I can't switch the times right now because I do. I do have like other work that I do before that. Sometimes I might actually do more live streams this week but next week my tutoring starts. So from like 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'll be tutoring, and then I live stream after my tutoring. Beverly, welcome. And then welcome. I like having the TEAS in a week. That's awesome. Good luck. If we get some more good lucks in the chat. Jenny, welcome in. Victorious, welcome. Nana, hello, welcome. Medic Wisdom, welcome. First time, welcome. Thank you all so much. You guys are awesome. It was so nice meeting you all. Where can you get the tutoring information? It's on my website. It's called MedSig. If you have any questions about tutoring, though, or want to talk to me about it, I can send you the link to it here. Because this is called Service Plus, so this is the best way to contact me. If this ever pops up, this is the best way to contact me. If it goes away, there is a button in the bottom left corner. You can also hit that, and that's during any time. Like, this isn't always up in the live, but if it goes away in the bottom left corner there, you can send me a DM that way. But as soon as that goes down, I'm going to start heading out here. But thank you all so much for the follows. Thank you all so much for being here. I love you guys, seriously. You guys are awesome. This is like my favorite thing to do. I love doing this. I love anatomy and physiology. I hope you guys had a fantastic holiday break. I had a very restful time. I am so ready to get going. I'm so ready to help you guys. I just can't wait. But I'm going to get going. But thank you guys. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. We're at 33,000 likes. Thank you. I just do have to get going. And enjoy your day. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Have a great rest of your evening. I love you guys so much. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I hope to see you tomorrow or in a future live stream. Awesome. Thank you all.